What's up to all of my Capricorns out there? Welcome back to Pulse of the Cosmos. I am your astrologer, Emily, and today we are going to be taking a look at this upcoming new moon happening in Taurus tomorrow, Wednesday, April 22nd of 2020, and where that's hitting for you guys. So let's get into it. For you guys, my Capricorns, this new moon is going to be hitting in your 5th house. And it's got Uranus there just 3 degrees away. Uranus is at 6 degrees of Taurus now, and this is going to be squaring over to Saturn and Aquarius loosely over there in your 2nd house. So what does this look like for you? With Uranus in the party, this can bring sudden shifts and sudden changes and sudden change in direction or circumstance in the area involving love and romance and creativity, and also just what brings you pleasure here. So I think what this is going to call your attention to, my Capricorns, with this new moon being in your 5th house, is setting some intentions around building some form around areas of your life that truly do bring you love and truly do bring you creativity and truly do bring you romance and truly do bring you joy. Are you truly engaging with energies that are in alignment with you there? Are the activities or the relationships or the behaviors that you're engaging with truly bringing you pleasure? And is it a self-worth issue? With this square over to Saturn and Aquarius in your 2nd house having to do all with your self-worth and having to do all with your self-values, and we know with Saturn there putting some blockages, some restrictions, some limitations. It's a little bit of a yuck feeling around the self-worth. So are you keeping yourself from receiving the most abundant love that you could possibly know, or receiving some of the most abundant pleasures that you could possibly know by not thinking that you're worth it? Are you having a self-worth issue here with Saturn in the 2nd house? We also have to look at things of the material world with this action in your 2nd house, but also with Uranus being in Taurus. We're looking at sudden shifts and sudden changes in the areas to do with our finances and our property and our possessions and our values. So as maybe a sudden shift or a sudden loss in this area, but what Uranus is calling all of us to do throughout this situation is be creative about how we engage with some of these changes, and be creative about some of the solutions we find, and be creative in finding the positives and finding the silver linings. Because what energetic imprint do you want to put into the DNA of this next cycle? Do you want to carry over resentment or anger or envy or jealousy or fear, anxiety or paranoia and worry and just franticness? Or do you want to imprint in some positives and some silver linings and some focusing on some places where maybe some opportunities have been revealed to you throughout some of this collapse that maybe you could engage with that are more in alignment with who you truly are? So it's going to be a lot about perspective, where this is going to be a lot about how we choose to look at all of this from here on out. It's a rough astrological year coming up. We've got a lot of planets getting ready to go retrograde. So it's going to be challenging, and it's going to be a lot about the outlook and the perspective that you take with this, and knowing how to stand true in your values, and knowing how to own your true self, and knowing how to feed those things that nurture pleasure and nurture creativity and nurture positivity and romance and joy in your life, Capricorn. It's time to really look into that for yourself. So let's see. Let's see here. What's going on? Okay, so for my Capricorns, the first 2 cards we pulled are the 8 of Swords, and then we also have the 8 of Cups here. So where you are feeling trapped, you're feeling trapped by something. This is mentally trapped, and this is a trap that you can get out of. Maybe you're trapped by some kind of fear or anxiety or paranoia about something, or trapped about some kind of decision you have to make, or choosing to keep yourself blind to something right now. Because the truth is, there's no one else in this card with this woman. She's got all of these swords with no one around them holding them, totally able and free. She could cut herself free from this bondage. She could cut herself free from this worry and from this anxiety and from this feeling trapped. Oftentimes it's creating a mental trap within yourself. So what mental trap are you creating for yourself, Capricorn? And you're having a really hard time with something involved with moving on. Okay. We've got the 8 of Cups here. So this is moving on from the challenges and moving on from something very emotional. something very emotional to you, something that you've invested a lot of emotional energy into right here. And this could be a relationship. This could be very well a pattern or a former way of living your life that's no longer truly in alignment with your values, but it's definitely involving some form of moving on from something that you're feeling trapped by here. And we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So you're slow to take action. You're being slow to take action because you're trying to keep the balance here with this Two of Pentacles, and you're holding on to all of this mess energetically. There's holding on to some kind of energetic mess going on with my Capricorns here. And with these Pentacles, something to do with your self-worth, that Saturn in the second house. Are you feeling worthy of true love in your life? Let me see. I'm going to pull another card and see if we can get some clarity here on some action. Okay. Let's see. We have the Page of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles that came up here. So the Page of Cups is a dreamy, intuitive, he's artistic, he's creative. So what this is telling me is that you need to be working with this Eight of Pentacles on things that feed this creative, intuitive spirit of yours, and things that are feeding you love, and things that are feeding you that love energy. Your work needs to be directed in the places of your life that bring you that pleasure and bring you that joy. And you need to understand that you are worthy of those experiences. You are worthy of experiencing pleasure, and worthy of experiencing love, and worthy of experiencing the abundance in your life. You're worthy of being loved by other people too, Capricorn. And I think this is you really shifting your gear from working on some of the more external aspects of this life and really working on the things that bring you that love feeling and bring you that creative feeling and bring you that joy. So that's where the work needs to be directed right now. Let go of whatever this Ten of Wands energy is that's holding you down right now. Let go of whatever that is that's holding you back, and stop trying to keep the balance on something that might just seem like it's not up to you all the time to hold everything together. Okay, it's okay to step back from being the one that holds things together all the time. It's also okay to reach out and ask for help. And if you're feeling lost throughout this circumstance, it looks like you guys had a pretty difficult spread in terms of making some decisions about the directions in your life. Call on your higher self. Call on your higher guides. Call on your spirit guides. Hey, send me some signs, send me some symbols, send me some direction. I need some help here. And watch the synchronicities show up in your life. Watch the symbols, but you have to be open to receiving them. You have to open those channels and let them know, I need some help right now. Same with people in your physical life. If you need some emotional support from people in your life right now, reach out and let them know, hey, I'm struggling. I'm undergoing some loss. I just need a little bit of help right now. And you'd be surprised at what you find in that. But in any case, my Capricorns, I love you guys so much. I hope you are all doing well out there. And I will be back next week for you guys for your weekly astrology.